What's up, everybody? I was just taking a picture of all of Celina's stuff before she takes it to the post office for you guys. Just wanted you to see it, so you see exactly like the diversity in all of the products
Grazie.
as well.
Thank you so much. I just want to take a second to thank our ancestors and to thank you for the opportunity to just slow down for a second. I think that when you are in the process of creating, or anyone is in the process of doing anything, they will find themselves finding a balance between not only creating but taking moments out to share with the rest of the world. So I just want to thank everyone for supporting Cordoba Organics, because when I started this business about 8 years ago, more's going to be 12 in a couple days. When I started with literally nada. Moved from New York to Miami. It was a great relocation. But when you leave where you're from and the people that you know and who and how you were raised, you come to a space like Miami. For me, I didn't know anyone here. Not knowing anyone here, not being from here, just being aware that my vision was to live near the water and to be in a space where I didn't feel, Amor, try not to scream, Papi, where I didn't feel so limited based on my given circumstances. You don't have to start a business with marketers or a whole bunch. You can start with one idea, and that's literally what I did. So just to jump into it, I know you wanted to just take a moment to show the different products, and I never think that this is needed. I don't know why I think the website is enough, and it's not. Learning from you guys and hearing your emails, I gotta take moments to talk about what inspired me to make them and why I did so. So, Musical Hairs. Musical Hairs was made literally, I don't think you even have to do it. It might be so annoying to do all that. You're such a sweet man. Musical Hairs was literally made for my hair, for my son's hair. I wanted to bring out the curls, all the textures in different hair strands. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm not even going to get into all of that. What I wanted to express was that it's really important to have something that brings out the luster as well as promotes hair growth. So all of my ingredients, nothing is made with shea butter. I'm kind of an advocate for not using shea, and it's not to deter anybody that loves it or anybody that's gotten good results from it. But personally, when things become mass produced like that, it's like a red flag for me to just stay away and to reinvest and to think about other products that can do, if not better. So jojoba oil, macadamia, horsetail, everything is made with over 13 plus butters. So this is Musical Hairs. Let me just jump into this real quick. Musical Hairs is dope with Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby is really dope because it's an oil base and it allows for hair growth. And the neem oil that's in it, you gotta mask certain oils because they have strong sulfuric, garlicky smells, but that keeps the gnats, the bugs, the pesticides, and the germy stuff off of you. I love that you looked outside to see what was behind you. So this is Rosemary's Baby. That goes really, really well with, right now, Star Anise, which is another hair oil and body oil you can use for both. Star Anise is dope because it has, again, 13 plus base butters, and it's really, really emoliating and great for your stomach, for digestion, for relieving gas, for relieving cramps, all that good stuff. Anise seed is amazing. Plus, when you soak it in an oil and bring out all its properties with a couple little other butters and oils like avocado, argan oil, grapeseed, all these different things that aren't soy-based and aren't glycerin. Remember, glycerin is still very much a pork-based product. So a lot of people will be like, oh, glycerin. It's not the best for your skin. The same thing I would say for shea butter. I'm not ever here to tell anybody what to do or what not to do, but personally, I've seen better results in cellular rejuvenation and skin stuff. Like right here, I don't know if you can take a look-see, but I had foot surgery and my scar on my toe right here is completely faded. And that's because of the products that I use. It's not like some secret. You just gotta not cut corners. And one thing I noticed with other products was that I wasn't having longevity. I was seeing like you know, cuteness for a day or two, and then a breakout would take place, and I'd be like, what's going on with my skin? So I wanted to make face washes that really, really work. Rose Clay Alchemy is dope. This goes with Foy. Foy is also a great moisturizer for your skin, and it's gentle, all the herbs in it. Sometimes people just throw herbs in a bottle, and that's actually not what infusing is about at all. You'll get, you know, it's like basically like soaking a tea bag in cold water. It doesn't bring out the properties of the herbs. So it's not to say that I wanted to take time to do stuff that I knew might be a little annoying and a little time consuming for people that mass produce. Stuff that's mass produced, sometimes, you know, I stay off of social media apps because I don't want to compare my progress or my business to anyone else's. It's not to not support, but it's really to just stay focused on my vision and what it is I can produce. When you're making all this stuff by hand every day and every night, you've got to put some time and energy into it, and it's not just something you pour into one jug, right? So Cancer, I did a whole zodiac line, and just to be very honest about that commitment, I wanted to, we're entering Leo. I'm getting Leo's label back in a day, so we're gonna have Leo on the site. Hibiscus Herbal Air Oil is also really, really great. What's different about this is it might, and that's why I don't have stuff in glass. I hate to say it, but I don't package anything. You shaky up because it sometimes settles to the bottom. It does have fresh hibiscus in it, but again, it's not just herbs thrown in a bottle. I infuse it at a certain degree to make sure it brings all the properties out. But this has got really good rosemary extract, which is a little thicker. It's why it's got a little darker color at the bottom. Also, all the oils that go into it really work for hair stimulus, releasing and relieving a little bit of those grays. Along with that, the Aqua Shampoo. Again, apple cider vinegar is difficult to mask, but it's really, really good for conditioning and strengthening your hair and cleansing all the oils and good stuff out of your hair. So I just wanted to, you were looking over there like at the plant. Anyway, I wanted to share Aqua with you guys. Lemongrass base, it's got over 14 oils and butter. Like, I won't even share the butter, how I melt the butter down to make the solace because it's just too much lip service. But whatever, that's the shampoo. Capricorn, I was like, oh, what's that? That's a dried flower, how pretty. Okay, Capricorn is one of my favorites. It's got bergamot, a little bit of vetiver in here, some lime. It's amazing for your joints. I try to really think of what herbs and what essential oils work for what astrological signs. Not try, I do. I put a lot of time and study into what herbs work best for which signs and why, because we all know that every sign has a ruling property. So for example, Aries rules the head, so you want to do stuff that relieves headaches, but that also grounds psychic energy and all that good stuff. So boom, Revive, great for the skin. Revive is dope, made with Lang Lang peppermint. It's got cumin seed oil in it, which is really good for inflammatory, like arthritis, gout, releasing water retention as well, all that good stuff. The same thing for Acai Cinnabon, really dope. Acai is great, the antioxidant properties in it. This is a little bit of a lighter violet. It's really, really dope. Argan, jojoba, macadamia, a calendula butter, avocado butter, argan butter, really dope. Acai, it's not even in the powder. I thing the powder into oil and all this other stuff, just like coffee bomb. The coffee extract in here is really potent, so you'll notice that it feels really, really silky, has a stronger scent, really dope for tightening the skin, helping elastin, all that other good stuff. Oh, you're so thick, I don't know if I should stand up. So you can totally think, because it's so not fair to whoever's taping. So those are Revives. Dew is also really dope. It's the Daily Enriching Witch Hazel. I found that stuff stripped the skin if it wasn't non-alcoholic. So I wanted to make a non-alcoholic witch hazel for your skin that's based in calendula, blossoms, and rose, but also lavender and lemon oil. And I literally, a big glass jump off, shave the lemon peel so the extracts from the lemon peel get into the witch hazel and just make a nice silky, but that feel has a drop of argan in it to not dry your skin out. Really, really dope. Sun Kiss, amazing sun SPF for your skin outside, but it also gives you a little glow. Really, really dope. That's made with a little bit of saffron, a little bit of other good stuff. Halt. Halt is one of my favorites. It's it is Mosquito Repellent. I'm looking for a larger bottle because I know I made one. Anyway, Halt is dope. Oh, here it goes. Halt. Really, really nice because it keeps everything away. It's made with cedar wood, a little bit of lemongrass, citronella oil. People sleep on the properties of cedar wood with citronella and the eucalyptus and the rosemary. It's got a lot of essential oils in it to smell really good and inviting and not make you feel like you're wearing off, but that's like, oh, this is doing the job. And then you can literally, you'll see a gnat or something come on your skin, and it quickly will jump off of it because it's also thick, so it's gonna die. It's gonna get all that stuff in its little antenna and all that other good stuff. Kelp Help goes with the rose clay, and the rose clay goes with the dew. It's a nice little face set. Kelp Help is dope for really overworked skin, and I made that specifically for Amor because I felt like he needed a little bit of like enriching, soothing stuff, but stuff that was gonna start to help him with the transition of him going into puberty. Same thing, rose clay is actually really, really gentle. I needed a gentle but potent daily face wash, but that works really well because the rose clay, how it's brought out with the aloe that I actually shave. So you might get some pulps in there because it's not just made with aloe juice, but it's also made with fresh aloe. So that, and then all my face stuff is made with fresh aloe because the fresh aloe along with the coconut and the pomace, the olive oil pomace, it gives it a thick consistency so it feels like gel. I hate stuff that doesn't bubble up. I need a foam, but I want it to be thin so that the lemon oil and the lavender soothing, the lime oil extracts, really, really dope. Hair Magic, I don't know where I would be without this. This goes really well with the, not this one, the other, with the musical hairs. Hair Magic is dope. If you want a thing back, you can sit back, Poppy, because I know you're getting tired. I'm trying to run through them. Hair Magic is dope because Hair Magic is what I have in my hair right now. As you can see, you want your jump offs to still move and not be like static cling and not be hard and not produce growth and all that good stuff. I also use Vaselina on like all my little back ends, all my little curls, all that good stuff. I just felt like, yeah, I took all the curls out. I just did a video. You know how you realize you don't have like lip gloss on because you're so in the moment? So I use this literally on everything. My lips sometimes, boom, boom, bam, boom. This is literally like Vaselina, but it's a lot thicker and it has no, of course, mineral oil, no bad stuff. I try not to open stuff once it's closed because that means it's ready to go. Pitoro and Shungite, great body sanitizers. I wanted one that I could literally be like this on and not worry about breaking out or having anything thing. Shungite is really dope. I use these wands and how I use them to produce and how I mix with them. Shungite is really the bee's knees right now. I cannot even tell you how much it keeps electromagnetic frequency stuff at bay. Pit stops, I just was tired of feeling grainy and breaking out with Arm & Hammer, like just different baking soda products. I wanted to have something that was really soft and velvety and that worked, that kept my funk and his funk at bay. I do exercise and I didn't want to smell my underarms sweating at all. That's excellent because it's made with a lot of arrowroot. The arrowroot base is saturated in a little thick yummy yum that goes along with the baking soda, but I almost don't want to give my secret away because I found how to disintegrate and make it so palpable and not powdery, so that when you put it on, you don't feel those grains and it doesn't break you out when you've just shaven. You know that feeling when you put deodorant on and it's like, and it also just melts away. Like, I need stuff that sticks and that's gonna thing. The scents in there, the Lang Lang along with the mandarin along with the lime and the lemon. It keeps so much at bay, but it's so refreshing and it smells so good. And that's basically why I make what I make. I like smelling good and feeling good, but I don't want things to fade and I don't want them to not work. And I don't like the options of not having big stuff. So thank you guys for encouraging the 16 ounce because I wasn't going to go over 8. The 16 ounce jump offs fly, which is really, really dope. The lemonade is so good for eczema, so good for breakouts and psoriasis and little sunburns and all of that. The same thing with Revive. I use this every night. I literally use everything like every day. I try to keep it switched and thinged because I like variety. So again, the cancer, this is so dope because it was really made to think of like how to calm the heart and your nerves and all that good stuff, but not be heavy. All my stuff is really lightweight, but it is so moisturizing and emollient. That's one thing I didn't find with shea butter being a base of things. I was like, look, I'm not to try to think, you know, when you talk about something and make someone else feel, it's not to deter people, but I really was not seeing results in my scars. I have open knee surgery scars. I have a spider bite scar. I really wanted to fade my scars over time. And at least when I stand, you don't see, you know, 2 black, you know, like lines going down just based on them being hypertrophic and being on a joint and all that other good stuff. So I didn't talk about ether. Ether's amazing. It's made with fir needle. Fir needle is so slept on as like an opener for your lungs, but you want to make sure you have stuff that isn't also going to mess you up if you're lactating and isn't going to, that's kind of why I wanted to make mention of not using certain herbs that other people might use. You got to read and be very particular that they're not producing hormones or stimulus in your boys if you do have boys and you know you're aware of that. So that's also for the other one. All of the astrological butters come with body washes because I just like the full feel and I wanted to be able to squeeze something in the tub and all of that, make a nice bubble bath, make a nice poultice for my feet, and all of them are really thick. You know those soaps that are watery? I love Dr. Bronner's, but sometimes it's a little watery and I add a little something to it just to think. That's what I used to do before I created my own stuff. And then I just really read, shout outs to Dr. Bronner's because I really studied the ingredients in that bottle to recreate my own soap that wasn't so stripping. Bronner's is dope, but you do have to dilute it. And it, God forbid you get a little shoot in your eye, you're done. So I wanted to create a variety with that base oil because what was great about Bronner's for me was that it never broke my skin out over time. It might have been a little stripping, but all I had to do was add some olive oil to it before I knew about like macadamia and argan and jojoba and all these other things. And sometimes oils are just difficult because they're expensive. So some of my oils I'll really run back and show you I'm gonna get it real quick. Look at this. They come like this. They're so tiny, but I'm gonna show you just so you guys see what I'm talking about. Some of my essential oils come literally in jars this small. And why? It's because they're so expensive. This one, like vetiver, you'll pay like $80 for a little thing of vetiver like this, right? So you want to use it. I have a syringe specifically for each one, but that's when you can start to have fun and allow certain aspects of like whatever your sign, your chart, just to flourish what is needed, and it needs a lot of specificity. And I'm really particular about stuff in my kitchen, so that just actually happened to work towards all of our benefit. And again, rose oil, like real Hungarian rose oil, that they'll cost like $170. So you'll be like, what? But this is why I don't put anything in glass jars when you're in your hair, when you're doing your kid stuff. I didn't tie any of my hair back today. I said, look, if they fall in my, like the larger ones fall in my face, then that's just what they're gonna do. I usually pin these back just to keep my hair off, but it never is in my face and it doesn't break me out. I literally do it so people don't feel as though I'm hiding under my hair or all that other stuff. But longer story short, the difference between Face and Vest and Victory Rose. Basically, this was inspired from this. I had a client who has a daughter who's allergic to nuts, like almond, all that other good stuff. So I kept in mind, okay, how do I make hers that it doesn't thing? But then that inspired me to say, wow, how many other people are out there that might be allergic to straight essential oils or like sneeze from them? Like I literally am allergic to patchouli. It doesn't sit well with me. I can't smell it. It gives me like a strong, like that, like I'm gonna vomit smell. It just does not sit well with me. So nothing is patchouli. It's not to say other people don't love it, but I can't mess with patchouli. So I thought of that, like, wow, who else might be out there that might be allergic? So Face is not made with any essential oils, and if you look at it, before I think, it literally is like velvety silk. It's like so lightweight though, but so moisturizing. And that's really what I wanted for all of our skin, is to be able to feel something real and not feel like I needed to charge an arm and a leg for 2 ounces, because that's something that also deterred me from investing in other people's products. Like, you know, I really try to be mindful of it, but also not undercut myself, because I'm not working with cheap shea butter. I'm not working with filler oils. There's no safflower, no soy, no any of like sunflower oil or soy oil. No disrespect, but nah, I'm not using any of that in anything. The Shungite body butter is like the Shungite hand sanitizer, but it's a little bit thicker and lasts during the day longer. I'm sorry, I'm making sure. Does anybody have the problem with being small shouldered? Even when I get them altered, all of my tops literally will fall off of my shoulders, or just be like it's not fitted. And I have a little body, not too thin, but sometimes I laugh because I tuck and pin, because when you're tiny, you literally are pinning your clothes to make sure they think. One thing about this outfit is it actually fits in the waist. Okay, camera 3, Vetiver Bay. This is the one that I was just talking about with the Vetiver oil. Vetiver Bay is dope. As you can see, sometimes it looks lighter on the bottom and darker on the top, because vetiver is a heavier colored oil, and it'll definitely do that. You just give it a little shakesy shakes. This one is literally like liquid gold for my skin. I love it so much. I don't know what I would do without Vetiver Bay. I really don't. That's some of them. We didn't get through all the astrology ones and why. Maca Maca, really dope for stimulating a little bit of what I just talked about, some booby energy and some nice bum energy. And it's great because it doesn't alter your hormonal imbalance. That's something that I really am thing on. And I didn't want, God forbid, women are dealing with issues with their thyroid. It won't interrupt any of that energy. So, or really throw your thyroid off. So again, that's just a little steppy step. I didn't talk about Taurus. Taurus is so dope for the ginger, the ginger, the ginger. The ginger and the lime is so nice. And also Gemini gets slept on a lot. Gemini has fresh rosemary in it, like Rosemary's Baby. And what's so nice about it, it's so thick and like medicinal without smelling heavy in the shower. The Gemini one is so nice with the rosemary and the lemon. Amazing. And sometimes we need that, and that's really what motivated me to just sometimes not pay attention to what's going on. It's like making music. Sun Kiss, I did talk about that. This also comes in a butter, y'all saw that? It's like making music. A lot of musicians don't listen to other people's albums or music when they're in production because they just don't want to be influenced like that. You know what's out there, but you're not trying to be, you know, anti-supportive. You're just trying to focus on creating something and staying committed to that. So what I'm looking forward to is being, we are going to do Scorpio and everything. All the signs are going to be covered. I'm trying to keep it in line with each month. So because we're in Leo now, Leo will be released this week. And then we will release Virgo. And then we will release Libra. And, you know, down the line. And I'm looking forward to finishing just so that next year I'm able to start focusing on little packages and little things. Also, what I'm going to start offering, I use them myself, but I'm going to package them and start giving free face teas. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to throw this tea bag in a pot and steam your face, because that's really what's kept me kind of hydrated and very calm and all that good stuff. I want to offer that to you guys, and it's hard for me to charge people for little loose teas that I put together, so I'm going to offer them to people for free. and just throw them in people's orders, you know, as I do samples of like the butters and stuff, just to switch it up. But I have a couple of good things coming out this week. They should be delivered today or tomorrow. I'm gonna have them on the site and talk about them, but it's just really the power of skin brushing and the power of the loofah. An oyster loofah. Why an oyster loofah? Thicker, better, and I finally found vegan, vegetarian, organic skin brushes that I can offer to everybody, because that's really what keeps the lymphatic system in your cells really exfoliated. So those will be on the site this week, and I love you guys. CordobaOrganics.com. Thank you for listening. I hope I didn't sound too choppy. Just wanted to flow through most of them. I skipped a couple, but we went through most of them. And again, thank you guys so much for the support, for spreading it, for tweeting about it. I'm not on Twitter like that. I haven't shared any of the products on Twitter yet. So I just really want to thank you guys for carrying the energy, for sharing it with your friends and family, and for saying, you know what, let me try something that is different and it's gonna really work long term on all of our skin and not break us out, and just allow us to smell and feel great. So thank you so much. I will talk to everyone soon. Peace.